This video is for anyone new and those returning to OBS Studio, and today we're going back to the basics and covering scenes and sources in 2020. Hail to you, champion. My name is Ishka, Paladin in training, and in this series I'll be teaching you the ins and outs of OBS Studio. And if you get any value, if you learn something from this series, consider liking and subscribing for future content. Now, let the adventure begin. This video assumes you already have OBS installed. If you don't, follow the link in the description, download the installer, run OBS, and follow along. Another video in this series will cover how to set up OBS for streaming and for recording. All right, let's talk scenes. Scenes are the backbone of the flow of your broadcast. It helps viewers know where the focus of the stream is and makes for easy viewer engagement. Some of the scenes you'll see in a typical broadcast would be starting soon, which will let viewers know the stream is about to start. Typically, you'll play music in the background, have viewers show up. They'll post those emotes, they start spamming. Of course, you get that obligatory first. The easiest way to set up a scene is if your sources are already made to look exactly how you want them to. I highly recommend you're using these images, you save them as a PNG, otherwise you won't get transparency. Now, over time, OBS has become very user-friendly. So in these scenes, the easiest way to create them is if you click and drag and bring the image into the scene. You can see immediately the source is populated with the starting soon. It doesn't fit all the way yet, so you can always click down, enlarge it. It will snap to, and now you have the starting soon. This is why I think it's important to create these images in either Photoshop or GIMP or MS Paint, because you will have multiple sources, the background, the text. You're looking at 10, 15 different sources right here for one scene, whereas I've done it in one. So now we got that first scene done, we can always rename it. This is gonna be our starting soon, and you need to create a new scene. So we'll click on the plus, scene 2, we know that's going to be our intermission. Click, drag, again, bring it up. Now these are cut out. It shows up black because OBS that's the background that it's going to give it. But if you were to put a webcam here, if you're going to put an image back here, typically you would either put the game you're playing in a game capture scene, or you could put any sort of background or a slideshow, and this can be an intermission. The third scene we will title gaming. And to make this as simple as possible, you're going to do a game capture, title it whatever you'd like. Under mode, select capture specific window, and then in the drop down from window, select the game that you're playing. Click OK, it'll pop here. Next, you'll add your banner. Up top typically is where people will put it, and up here you can put in your most recent follow, maybe a donation, maybe a sub, maybe a host. Keep those panels open. You add your face cam. Depending on the UI of the game, you can either put it here, you can put it on the right hand side, you can place it up above to get it out of the way. Maybe there's a mini map, maybe there's other things on scene that you want your viewers to see. The next scene is going to be your Be Right Back, your BRB scene. And it's important to have this. Sometimes you have to get up from your computer, and this scene lets you do that. It gives chat time to get up, get a glass of water too, and in the future you'll have clips or videos that you can put in the scene and fill in time instead of just a static image. I highly recommend that you put in some background music as well. Next is your ending scene. And it's good to have this because it's your goodbyes, it's your farewells for the day. It's the I'll see you next time, but it's a good way to close off your broadcast and maybe prepare that host, maybe prepare that raid for the next channel that the viewers will be watching. And this video's pro tip, go to settings. When this window opens up, go to hotkeys, and you're gonna assign the hotkey to these scenes that you just created. So in starting soon, I'm gonna do control 1, intermission control 2, gaming control 3, BRB control 4, and ending control 5. Click apply, and you can use those hotkeys to cycle out in between the scenes that you just made. Now I do have an advanced hotkey tutorial titled Instant OBS Soundboard. You can take a look at that if you want to further in your scenes and play with your sources a little more. The video you want to check out next is my basic mic setup, where I will teach you how to improve your microphone quality with filters like the compressor, sound suppression, and noise gate. Click or tap the screen now to watch that video, and I'll see you in our next adventure.